Hey everyone, it's Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 5, Episode 21. It's the penultimate episode, and like I said in the last episode, I'm scared. I'm scared to see how these final two episodes go about. It's been a chaotic whirlwind, but it's been a exciting, well-written, incredible journey. And I'm only hoping that Season 6 does up the ante, because I really love Season 5. I think this is my favourite season of the past 5 seasons we've gone through so far. It's just been really incredible. Every episode has been really good. Even episodes that don't match on par to The Body, for example, or are on the lower end of the spectrum in terms of the ratings, they've been incredible, and I'm really excited and scared to see how these next two episodes go about, especially with how the last episode went by, with the fact that we almost lost Giles and my heart was beating a million miles per second. But furthermore, we also have the fact that Glory now has possession of Dawn. She now has possession of the key, so great, especially with the prospect of the world potentially ending. Fun times. There was a little something that I did think about sometime after watching episode 20, and that is the fact that I think it was episode 12. Dawn confronted Ben, and she saw the transformation of Ben to Glory. And when Glory was teleported, she forgot about the whole fact that Ben and Glory share the same vessel. And I'm wondering, with the fact that since I did state in the last reaction, well, the Scoobies now know about the fact that Ben and Glory are the same vessel. I am wondering if the memory loss situation is only applicable to Dawn because of the fact that she's the key, or if it's applicable to everyone else, because that's going to throw a bit more, like, we are already at a huge disadvantage anyways, and this would just be another kick in the gut, really. We need that advantage. We need that information regarding the fact that Ben and Glory share the same vessel. So I'm really worried about the fact that the Scoobies are also going to be applicable in the situation of them forgetting about the fact that Ben and Glory share the same vessel. So yeah, but like I said, it was something that I did think about sometime after watching episode 20. Yeah, like I said, I'm scared. I'm really excited to see how these next two episodes go by, but the general feeling is that I'm scared. So yeah, with that said, let's jump into episode 21 of season 5 for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Let's go.
Can you hear me? Buffy.
Oh, shoot.
Buffy.
She's just completely lost.
Endowed with Slayer strength. It's hardly time to get dainty. Buffy! We tried
He doesn't understand.
Ow!
You didn't try that.
No, and that's really shitty.
Damage here. You want to kill her?
We have to do something. I can't just sit here watching. You waste time with kid gloves. I'm willing to wager, when all is said and done, Buffy likes it off.
Oh!
Find Glory. Check her apartment, see if she's still there. Try anything stupid like payback, and I will get very cranky.
Willow! Willow is
Everyone
taking
clear?
initiative. I'm really loving this.
Anya.
Not 1 hour ago. Right here, before your very eyes. Ben
Thank
came,
goodness
turned
for
into Glory,
Spike.
snatched the kid and vanished, remember? You do remember.
It doesn't apply to the humans, but it
Very
does.
stoned. Ben! Glory!
Ben turns back into Glory.
And anyone
Someone
who
offered
sees
the gold
it
stars
instantly
out.
forgets.
The Cupid doll for the lady.
Excellent. Now, do we suspect that there may be some kind of connection between Ben and Glory?
This is like the YouTube comments all over again.
I'm not supposed to feel guilty. I'm not supposed to feel anything. I'm a god. I'm above it.
Nothing's impossible. Cray cray.
You.
Uh-oh.
You did this to me, didn't you?
It's just this interesting, like, situation that she's actually trapped in, like, this stasis.
Hi, Willow.
Oh, it's that little Buffy.
Hello, Buffy.
How's my girl?
Are you ready to meet your new baby
Joyce.
sister?
No. No.
Oh, come on now, Buffy. She's nothing to be afraid of.
I was afraid.
Don't you want to be the big sister?
No, I want to be the baby.
Buffy.
You're gonna pay more attention to her and forget all about me.
Ben? At Glory's? You're saying all this time he's been subletting from her?
This is gonna be worth it. Last time, from the top.
I'm thinking Ben's thoughts and I'm feeling his feelings. And
That's why she's been... There we go.
Can't kill the girl.
That's why she's been having that guilt. The barriers are cracking.
help me.
Ben is
This I
slipping
cannot
through.
You're the first original Slayer who tried killing us all in our dreams. How have you been?
Death is your gift.
Death is my gift.
Wait, death is her what?
Death is your gift.
Oh, we're going back to that.
People, how do they function here like this in the world with all this bile running through them? Every day it's woo! You have no control. They're not even animals.
More or less trial and error.
Hormones and pheromones and their feelings. Hate them. I mean, really. Is this what the poets go on about? This?
It's
Call me
incredible,
crazy, but
though.
as hardcore drugs go, plain screwing their brains out because they don't want them anymore. I'm crazy. Honey, I'm the original one-eyed chicklet in the kingdom of the blind.
Oh, wow.
So at least I admit the world makes me nuts. Name one person who can take me here. That's all I'm asking.
Condescension against
Name one.
humanity. Oof.
I'm here for. It's all I am.
Oh my goodness, no.
No! God, no!
What? I keep telling you, Will. I figured it out. Death is my gift.
She's a harbinger of death.
Highness,
Please.
is everything all right? You're not.
Oh, Ben!
I'll take you as far as I can. Ditch you before she comes back.
Okay, now
Buying
this is
time.
weird.
Don't you like it here?
We don't have time.
Mommy, Daddy!
We're home.
She keeps looping herself mentally.
Hi, Buffy.
It's a cycle.
We're calling her Dawn.
A cycle of comfort.
We need information. We need...
Ben's Glory.
Who's what? Look at this. Special Ed remembers.
Yeah, I do. Ben's Glory and Glory's Ben. It's like this fog.
Oh my
Wonderful,
goodness.
But not why we're here. Hell God type. Wish you luck. You're lying. And what's more, I believe you're standing right in front of the very thing we need.
Oh, whoa.
Idiot.
Yeah, I would. Oh my god! No! Surprised it's still okay. Oh! Dang, I thought he would have heralded some greater significance, to be fair. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Buffy,
I did this.
in your imagination. None of this is real. You're stuck in some kind of loop.
I don't know what you're talking about. Excuse me.
Buffy, why are you doing
It just
this?
breaks your heart, like she just thinks of herself as the responsibility. Oh! I mean,
I'm sorry.
had to do it.
Sorry?
She could. There we go. This is why.
Actually hurt, you prepubescent puke.
You don't want to die. Who would? I don't.
You can't. You're immortal.
I just feel so bad for Dawn, like, not just in general,
leave the
but
girl and go
especially in this
Everything
case.
will work out fine.
Do you really believe with all I know that you can trick me?
Stop. You can't hurt her, and you know it, Ben.
I mean, can he really go through with it?
Feeling scared. Shh, it's okay. You don't want to die. Who would? I don't.
You can't. You're immortal.
I just feel so bad for Dawn, like, not just in general, but especially in this case.
And what? I have to kill her to do it, and I won't be able to live with that. Not even for a day. Forget about eternity.
Baby
Ben.
Ben. Why do you worry so much when you're immortal? All this crap you've been carrying around inside.
Just because you're immortal
Guilt,
doesn't
the
mean you're happy.
anger. You are the girl.
I can't accept that.
Accept it. Oh my god, stupid.
I just love this tug of war we have right now. It's so entertaining and very creative.
I'm sorry.
And in that second of knowing it, Will, I wanted it to happen.
Why?
I wanted it over. This is
The
all
guilt.
this. It's too much for me. I just wanted it over. If Glory wins,
Oh no.
then I killed Dawn.
Harbinger of death. This really
That what you
does
think? My thinking it
hurt.
might happen. Some part of me wanted it. And in the moment I got Dawn killed.
Hello? Your sister not dead yet. But she will be if you stay locked inside here and never come back to us.
What
And
matters
I
now is
And I
what you
guess you're
do.
right. And you did kill your sister.
Wait. Where are you going?
Oh.
Buffy? She's back.
You're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Here we go.
We found the ritual.
Chaos will reign on Earth.
So how do we stop it?
The portal
Basically
will only
fun
close
times.
once the blood is stopped. And the only way for that to happen is, Buffy, the only way is to kill Dawn.
There has to be another way. No. There has to be another way. But I guess there isn't, because there isn't. This is the only way, isn't it? I mean, there is that thing with the whole... But this is assuming she has to get close to Ben. I mean, I'm just thinking back to the whole kill Ben and that the goddess dies, but... yeah, that episode, very, very creative, especially focusing on the theme of guilt. Yeah. It was really, really emotional because of... Yeah, I mean, well, I'll go into depth about it in a bit, but it was a really creative episode, not just in terms of Buffy and her locking herself in that loop, but the whole Ben and Glory situation. Sons of bitches, though. Like, I keep getting, like, when I made the comments regarding Ben being Glory, etc., I got those exact same comments, little knowing that they were, like, leading to Xander. Hey, did you know that Ben and Glory? Yeah. So I just thought it was something similar to the Dawn situation, because people were like, oh, don't you remember Dawn was in season 3, she was detrimental to stopping the mayor, etc. Yeah, I thought it was something similar to that. But yeah, whew, that was an episode that was very, very tense at times. So I really thought that was a great episode to lead into the final episode of the season. It was really well done, creative, and it really did touch upon a few areas such as guilt and the choices we make. Because Buffy had she was given a choice to either save Willow, not Willow, for Willow to say, you can save Dawn, or you can remain here if you want, because she was beating herself up so much, failing to protect Dawn. And it was really heartbreaking because, even though Buffy has saved lives countless times, this is all of these problems are building up. This is really it's really doing a good job on depicting mental health issues where you might have stuff bottled up and then one day you just can't anymore. I recently had that. A lot of the stuff that's been happening this year, not just with the world, but in my own personal life, things have been bottling up, and I may have mentioned this a few times, but I had a group therapy session with my best friends where I just unloaded on everything, and it was painful for me to admit those issues that's been building up all this time. And that's the case with Buffy. All of these issues that she's had with Riley leaving, with Joyce's death, and not just that though, but her tumor, everything going on, it's building up and it's breaking her, and we saw her just completely break with Dawn being abducted. So I can't really blame her. It was really heartbreaking. It just shattered your heart seeing Buffy in that situation. And it was a really creative way to explore Buffy's mind, and her to loop certain events, such as that responsibility bit, because this is the case with Buffy. She's been tasked with a huge responsibility regarding being the Slayer, and even though that Dawn has been fabricated into her life, she still the memories still feel real to her. So she remembers taking on that responsibility of looking after Dawn and being the bigger sister. So yeah, and this is it though. When you're tasked with saving many lives, it doesn't really. I feel like it doesn't really hit you that feeling of failing until it hits close to home. With this scenario being Dawn, it's that case of the hero saying, "What kind of person am I if I can't save the people that I love?" There's been a lot of cases, even in comics, where you have the hero question that, if I can't save the people that I love, then how can I call myself a hero, for example? So yeah, I don't blame Buffy whatsoever for cracking, especially with everything that she's had to contend with this season. It's been really difficult for Buffy this year, and that was the moment that she just broke. And it was, like I said, the way that they focused on mental health and how people how there can be a sequence of events that builds up and pushes you closer to that breaking point. The way they did that is just really incredible, because I feel like a lot of us go through that same scenario where there's a sequence of events that just completely shatters us. It shatters the persona, or our common persona, and just leaves us hollow. So yeah, I really and I think, like I said, the way that they had a creative turn in exploring Buffy's mind, and her just in the real world, her just sitting there, was really good. It was a really creative episode, because we had the whole Ben and Glory situation as well, which was a really well acted out scene between two two minds in one vessel. Can you believe that Ben and Glory, same person? I just had to say that. But yeah, it was a really creative, like I said, a really creative way to explore the issues that can stem with mental health, especially after a long period of negative things impacting your mind, and how that can really break us. So, and it really touches close. Like I said, it does touch close to home. With this year for me, um, with me going through a bunch of um negative scenarios, and like I said, the other week I just completely broke because it's building up. All these things that build up, it you will reach that breaking point one day, because you just say to yourself, I give up, and it really does break your heart. And that's what Buffy said, I give up, because especially with the fact that she feels like she can't beat Glory, added with the fact that she failed Dawn in her mind, yeah. So I really, really liked them exploring that aspect. But as I said, the themes of guilt and the choices we make were really greatly explored in this episode, with Buffy going through her kicking herself down because she felt that guilt. Not just that though, but we had Glory questioning herself, because the barriers between Ben and Glory were cracking. So it was really interesting to see that struggle, and again, going back to that scene where they were in the alleyway, and they were tussling over the idea on Dawn, and if she should be sacrificed or not, and you had Glory give the idea of immortality to Ben, and it sucks to say, because I do like Ben. He's a good character, but it was sadly predictable that Ben would kind of take Glory's offer, it seems. Because we go back in the last episode where he says he will do anything to survive. He wants to live his life, and this is it. This is the big one. It's a really a bad choice that he seemingly um handing off Dawn for Glory's plan to work. But again, it all goes back to that survivalist mantra that he's all about, that we explored in the last episode. So yeah, it's no surprise that he did take that option, it seems. I do hope that he does have some kind of game plan cooked, but because I can't see him killing himself, because again, it all goes back to. But I don't know. Maybe he will have a moment where he will realize this is for the greater good, the lives of the many versus the lives of the few. His life. So yeah, it seems like he is choosing that option, to allow Dawn to bleed out for Glory's ritual to work, and yeah, um, like I said, I'm not surprised. I wasn't surprised with the way it seemed to be going at the end, because that's Ben. He's all about that survival, and yeah, but he's going to be feeling his own guilt. Like Glory was feeling guilt because she was emoting more from Ben, but there we go with Ben. He's going to be feeling that guilt. It's like I said, it's not a pretty choice, but he's out there for himself, rather than for Dawn. Which it's a very, very interesting conundrum, really, because we going back to the last episode, he says he wants to be there for people, and yet he's all about self-preservation, and what he's seemingly doing is going against being there for people, because he's allowing the possibility of the world being destroyed to happen, with the fact that might be on board with allowing Dawn to bleed out. So yeah, but I think the idea with this episode especially is like, I mean, I know what I would choose if I was in Ben's shoes. Like if like there's a third person, it's Liam, Glory, and Ben. No, but like if it were me, um, thinking on my own mind, not putting myself in Ben's shoes, I know what I would do, and this would be looking out for the people. This would stop. I wouldn't be out this for myself. Um, Especially with the fact that, because someone asked me actually the other day, like if I had the opportunity to be immortal, would I? And I said no, because it really breaks your heart seeing the people you love wither and die whilst you're remaining. So, and this is it. Like you're going to see you're going to see the entire world perish if you choose self-preservation. So, but you know, I can't speak for everyone who does like value that self-preservation, of course. So yeah, Ben, it was a difficult. I'm sure it was a difficult choice for him. Um, but like I said, I do hope he has some kind of game plan cooked up. So yeah, there's also Willow as well. I really loved the idea that she's shown in this episode with her leadership. Um, like she stood up. Buffy was not in the position to be able to lead, so she stood up and took the opportunity and owned it like a queen. Willow Rosenberg, I love her so much. Yeah, she was just really, really amazing. And again, she's given me reasons to like state that she's my favorite character. So yeah, I just really loved the idea that like she did stand up and she was ushering orders for the Scoobies. It was really nice. It was really, really nice to see. Um, but also she was there like uh given given that choice for Buffy to either stay or help Dawn out. And I really like that because, yeah, I mean, she has like she you can't blame her for feeling that guilt, but it's as I said, there would be a bigger weight on your shoulders if you allowed Dawn to perish. You you may have felt like you failed. The next step is to make sure that you don't fail again. The next step is to assure that she survives. To correct your mistakes, because not everyone's going to be perfect. We are all going to make mistakes, and sometimes the mistakes are vast and close to home, like for Buffy. But again, it's all going back to that idea that there will be a greater weight on your shoulders if you allow Dawn to bleed out. So yeah, I really liked Willow giving that like choice for Buffy, and Buffy taking the right choice at the end of the day. But it was also really good to explore Buffy going back to the first Slayer saying about the fact that death is your gift, and that related to her being a harbinger of death because she felt like she failed Dawn and Dawn was on her way to die. Joyce, everything, like she feels like she's a bad luck charm, really, for people. And it was really, really good exploring that and how Buffy saw that in herself due to her failure. It was just really good to explore that in such a, like I said, in such a creative aspect. So I really felt like this was a really well done episode creatively. I also liked a lot of Glory moments in this episode. Not just with the whole Ben and Glory squabble, but there was Glory talking about humanity and how little she thought about them, about how they are wasting their lives, and she frowned upon that because it's like inhumane to her eyes. And I really liked that speech. It was really good stuff. Because yeah, so like you the human race can be messed up at times. I mean, you've got, people who are murderers alongside, like what Glory may have mentioned. You got people who extend the damage to being murderers, to being people who have no empathy whatsoever. So, but that's it. Like, sometimes people don't care about their lives, and that's what Glory was alluding to, about the fact that people are looking for the fastest way out. To the point where people do not care, and it all goes back to that choice scenario. People have a choice at the end of the day to be a good person or to be a bad person. The crimes committed by people who are murderers, who are pedophiles, who are vulgar people, who bully, who hurt people deliberately, that is a choice that they make. And they have the opportunity to be a better person, to embrace the world with kindness. And it's not really that hard of an ask. But people make that choice. People choose that they won't lose sleep over murdering innocents. And that's it. Like, people disregard a better option. They disregard rationality by being this crude person. And it might be the what's the word I'm looking for? It might be the be all end all of them if they make these choices, because they will have that target on their back. They are being reckless, all because they don't want to be a kind, considerate human being. If you get my drift, I'm just thinking to Glory's message about how humanity can be a bit messed up, and that's it. We're linking that to the idea of choices that was explored in this episode, and how people have the choice to be a good person or to be a bad person. And sometimes people just enjoy being bad. That I can't fathom. But, it's their choice at the end of the day. They had the opportunity to be good, but some people just deviate to that road of being heinous. So, yeah. But this was a really great episode. I loved how creative it was. It was a really good setup for the finale. And Willow comforting Buffy at the end when she broke down. Yeah. But yeah, I really loved this episode. It was great to see the guy as well from episode 17 as well. Seems like he's going to make an occurrence once more. Even though it looked like he died, he, of course, opened his eyes and is like, yeah, not done with me yet. So great. It will be great to see him again. But yeah, great episode. Well done. And it was a really, really good setup for the finale. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Doodles!